Hello, Sam Williams here, and I've come to show you my Sterling by Music Man Joe Dart bass. And it's wicked. I've had this for a few months now, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed owning it, and I've enjoyed playing it. It's come on tour with me, and I've given it a bit of a workout. So I wanted to see what it was all about. I'm a big fan of Music Man basses in general. I think they're really well made, and I think they sound really good in a mix. But this is one of the Indonesian-made ones. This is the cheap Dart bass, as Wolfpack were calling it on their marketing bump, because the American Joe Dart Sterling is 10 times the price of one of these. So what do you get for your money? Well, you get an unfinished body. So it looks quite cool. You can see that wood grain on it. There's no lacquer. There's no protection. It's just wood. So it is susceptible to picking up bumps and dents and things like that. It does feel really good on your hands. It feels really smooth and tactile and like a piece of quality furniture. And this is a sterling body, so it's slightly smaller. It's a little bit more compact, but it fits your body a little bit nicer. And the neck has got a slimmer profile to it as well. So you've got this like jazz bass style neck, which means it's really quick. And the back of the neck is superb. And it's amazing that you can pick up a bass at this price point with a neck that feels this good. So what does it sound like? Well, as a Joe Dart signature, you'd expect it to be able to do something a little bit funky. Maybe like this. As you've heard, I think it can do that funky thing really well. It does that Bernard Edwards sort of growly, beefy, but yet slightly delicate, awesome disco tone. And that's my favorite tone of this bass. It's part of the reason why I bought it. And it's a lot more of a Bernard Edward bass than it is a Joe Dart bass. You can play anything sort of from Chic's back catalogue, and it just sounds at home on this bass. This bass really, really pushes that sound out naturally. What about the versatility? I mean, we haven't got an EQ section anymore. Most Music Man basses have got at least a 2-band, 3-band, on some of the bongos, a 4-band EQ. We've just got a volume pot. So how versatile is it really? Can you play some rock on it? I think it works. I think it works really well. I know tone is in the fingers, and that's great if you're Joe Dart, but if you dig in a little bit more, you can really get that 90s grungy, almost Rage Against the Machine-y sound, and those harmonics really, really pop. If you dig in a little bit more, let the strings do the work, it really comes alive as a rock bass. So, because we haven't got an EQ section, is it actually that versatile? Well, yeah, I think it is. It makes you really think about how you're playing. So if you were to grab your pick and give it a little whirl, it should sound something like this. So you can get that plinky plonky top end to it, especially if you palm mute. You can really get like quite a fat range of dynamics there. You can get that bottom end beefy fatness, and then if you open up the strings a little bit, the top end is still there. They haven't taken all of it away. There's still a little bit of interesting little spiciness at that top end. I think it sounds great. It's a really versatile bass and one that really makes you think about how you play. But as a Stingray, there's a pièce de résistance that Stingrays are known for, and it's that slap tone. Now, because this hasn't got an EQ section on it and it's got these flat one strings, can you still slap it? Let's see how it sounds. I think it sounds great. I mean, I know I'm biased. I know this is my bass, but I think it sounds cool. It's not as top-endy and slicey. It's not as sibilant and sizzly. It's got a bit more beef to it. It's a bit more usable, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's a really usable slap bass, but no one uses slap bass anyway. This has been my small review of this Joe Dart bass, and I'm going to finish it off by saying that I think it's well made. I'm going to give it sort of 7 out of 10 for its manufacturing business. It plays at a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a really well playing bass. Price wise, this without import taxes is £300. With all the imports and tariffs and everything else, it's about 500 to 600, depending on when and where you are in the world, perhaps a little bit more. This is still an astonishingly good value base, even at that price. I'm really impressed with it. Would I tour it? Well, I have toured it, and I don't think I'd want to tour it. I think the finish is a little bit delicate, but that's just my opinion. I don't think I should put you off too much. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would definitely recommend it. This would be a great studio bass for someone. Something, if you know what you're doing or you're willing to give it a chance, this thing can fly. Overall, I'm going to give this a solid, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Nice job.